Meet the Grams.
Alright, we're back. I'm actually making this video instead of saying I'm gonna make videos and just not doing them and just disappearing for a few months, actually try and be on that grind. And I have a lot of video ideas in mind. This was one of them, so I might as well, since I just did the Heart Part 6 video, I might as well do this too. Sorry, I have like a little bit of allergies right now, so I might sound a little weird. I'm also planning on doing a video on a Drake song that I like, because literally probably over half of the videos on my channel are just like me dogging on Drake. So might do a video on a song I actually like by him. But right now we're gonna talk about Meet the Grams. Honestly, I wouldn't really say it's a hot take. Maybe with like old heads it is, because I've listened to a lot of diss tracks on it's called Either, that one, Nas one, No Vaseline, of course, Hit 'Em Up, Who Shot Ya, even though it's not really technically a diss track. A lot of stuff with that. The Pusha T one, of course, but I'd honestly say Meet the Grams is the best diss track I've ever heard. It is fucking brutal. Like, I'm listening to it, I'm getting chills, I'm scared. Like, I feel like he's coming after me. Like, well, listen, no, that sounds really bad. No, what I mean to say is Kendrick comes off so scary. The beat too. What's another? Sinister. Yeah, sinister. He comes off so sinister that it's just like eerie feeling that like you personally feel attacked. I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to say I feel like Drake, but I'm just gonna talk about why I think this song is perfect, a masterpiece, one of the most brutal diss tracks. I'm not gonna go all deep analysis on it. You can watch another video on this. This is purely just my thoughts and what I think about it. First off, the first verse, the things to Adonis, like basically where he's just like, hey, your dad's a shithead, he's a shit father, so if you need a father, I'm right here. Yeah, that shit was brutal. I'd probably say it's the least brutal out of all the verses, and it's still like up there with some of those brutal shit. Like the main thing I'm thinking about is like, obviously in his lifetime Adonis is gonna hear this song, and that's just a terrifying thought. Like, imagine, you're born, and your dad's the most like one of the most famous people of all time, and then just like having to hear a song where like someone just like absolutely shits on your dad and is talking to you, not just like being like, oh, I hate your dad, we have rap beef. No, he's like fucking going in on everything wrong with Drake. But that's all I really have to say about the first verse. The second verse, in my opinion, is the most brutal verse. This verse is fucking insane. Alright, so obviously this verse he's talking to his parents, and like I did not know Kendrick. I obviously with Euphoria, we knew Kendrick hates Drake. He hates the way he walks, the way he talks, the way he dresses, the way he sneak this, but I did not know he had this much hate in his heart. But he's talking to his parents, being like, yeah, you guys fucked up making this guy. He says his dad is just a shitty fucking father, and that's why Drake is a shitty father. When he's talking to Sandra, that shit was intense. Twice, not just once. He said, your son should die. Fuck a rap battle, he should die so all these women can live with a purpose. Ooh. Basically, when he's talking to Sandra, he's basically saying, you're a woman, so you should understand how shit Drake is to women. And, if you think him just being bad to women is enough, he also is talk about how her son likes little girls and how he possibly could be running a sex trafficking operation. like, holy fuck. The third verse, so he's talking to his hidden daughter, allegedly. I get it, it's a bombshell, it's huge. But I really feel like the second verse deserves more talking about. Because the sex trafficking, everyone, let's be honest, we all knew Drake was a fucking weirdo to little girls. We've all seen the Millie Bobby Brown text. This dude's a fucking sicko. But just the thought of someone just, like, speaking directly to your parents, telling them, like, everything that's wrong with you and just saying, you guys fucked up by making this person. That is just the most brutal thing about this diss track to me. Alright, I'm gonna talk about the third verse now. Drake apparently has a hidden daughter. A lot of talk around this one. Probably the most talk from this... I was about to say whole diss battle, but let's just say this diss track. It's the most talked about thing. Yeah, it's pretty split on if she's real. Honestly, I'm a little split too. I'm more inclined to believe Kendrick because, like, later, Drake lies about a lot of stuff. And he already hit his son, so it's really not super out of character for him to hide a daughter that's older than Adonis. Because if say Pusha T never dropped Story of Adidon, let's be honest, Drake would have continued hiding Adonis. So it really doesn't, like, it's not really like, whoa, no way. The way, like, he could have, like, tried to do the same, or did the same thing. Like, there's no proof of it, but the way Drake responded in the Heart Part 6 makes, like, and responded in general, kind of makes me believe Kendrick more. Like, as soon as he dropped the diss, he's like, I don't have a daughter, silly. Where's my daughter at? But then in the Heart Part 6, he's like, ooh, we planted that information. Even though before he, like, seemed totally clueless about it. And if he really did plant that information, I feel like he would have showed some proof. Like, that's really fucking stupid to, like, plant fake information and not have proof that you planted it and that's fake information. But I don't know. I really don't know if he has a daughter or not. He could. I'm more inclined to believe Kendrick, but shit, we don't really know anything. It's all just conspiracies and he said thing. Now to the fourth verse. This shit was fucking brutal. The you lied part, oh my god, I feel like that part feels like there's just a bunch of ghosts around Drake, just like kind of just taunting him, being like, bring like the ghosts of your past, the skeletons in your closet, just taunting him. And one thing I forgot to mention, actually, in the previous verses he mentioned all this, but he talks about how Drake has pill popping problems with gambling, problems with, like, fucking his pain away, all that shit. And he just kind of, like, all brings it into one verse and just attacks Drake. He's a lot more vicious in this verse because, you know, Drake's family, besides, like, he seemed to really hate his father because, let's be honest, from what we hear, his father was not a good father. But he is absolutely, like, going at Drake, using his most vicious voice. Throughout the track, he's, like, kind of has this calm voice, which does make it creepier, but another thing that makes it creepier is when he gets to Drake and he gets this, like, pretty vicious but still, like, calm voice. Just, like, kind of like the tone of his voice is really vicious. The track ends with the fourth verse with a really sinister, creepy line, and it also goes hard as fuck, where he says, fuck a rap battle, it's a long life battle with yourself, and does, like, a little laugh after it. Like, even just talk about that gave me fucking goosebumps. I know I sound like such a fucking Kendrick dick gobbler right now, but it's just so fucking good, dude. The lyrics, the beat, his delivery, the little end of the song where he's like, you lied. All of it is just a perfect destruction of Drake. Now, I don't know if it will truly end Drake's career. Like, it obviously is gonna have, like, a long-lasting, like, different perspectives of Drake, but I don't know if he can like really truly fall off. But he's definitely lost a lot of fucking respect after this. It just completely fucking demolishes Drake's character. It is insane. I really love the angle Kendrick goes for of like talking to his family, not just talking about his family, but like with the verses are talking to like a different part of his family at the end. Like it all just like kind of gathers up and just like forms together to make this ultimate I fucking hate you Drake at the end. I just think it's a perfect diss track. It's sinister, disgusting, eerie, all in the best ways. I think that's all I have to say, really. Might do a Drake video next, another fucking Drake video. Might just do something totally unrelated. I really don't know. I want to do more of these track reviews. You know, it's pretty fun just to say my thoughts on them and like not really have a lot of pressure, because I'm kind of doing it in like a little podcast style right now where it's just me talking with like an image on screen, because really like I don't like editing a shit ton, especially because I use fucking CapCut. Not really that fun. And you know, I really don't care. I really like it when people watch and comment, but a lot of this is more for me. I just really like getting my thoughts out, like even if it's like one person who hears it. I don't know why I'm going this little rant. The video's done.